Welcome to English with Anna. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I hope you are feeling wonderful and ready to learn some English together. Today, we have a very exciting topic. Today, we are going to the airport. Well, not a real airport. We are going to learn all about the airport through a story and through real conversations. You will hear words and expressions that you need when you travel, when you check in, when you go through security, when you wait at the gate, when you board your plane. All of it. I will speak slowly and clearly as always, and today we have something special, short conversations between two people, so you can hear how real airport English sounds in real situations. Please listen carefully, and as always, before we begin, I have a small question for you. Today's question: which city is Anna flying to, and why is she making this trip? Listen for the answer in the story. When you find it, write your answer in the comments below. Even one sentence is great practice. Okay, let's go to the airport. Last month, I traveled by plane for the first time in 2 years. I was flying from Los Angeles to Chicago to visit my sister and her family. My niece had just turned 5 years old, and I did not want to miss her birthday. So I booked a flight, packed my suitcase, and off I went. I arrived at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, about 2.5 hours before my flight. This is very important. Airports recommend arriving at least 2 hours early for domestic flights. That means flights inside the same country. For international flights to another country, you should arrive 3 hours early. I like to give myself extra time because airports can be busy and unpredictable, and I do not like to rush. When I walked through the main entrance of the airport, I was immediately surrounded by the familiar sounds and sights of travel. The hum of rolling suitcases on tiled floors, the sound of announcements over the loudspeaker, a voice saying flight numbers, gate numbers, boarding times, the smell of coffee from the cafe near the entrance, families with children, business people with laptops, solo travelers with headphones. I love airports. There is so much human life packed into one place. Every person there is going somewhere. Every person has a reason. The first thing I needed to do was check in and drop off my checked bag. A checked bag is a large suitcase that you give to the airline at the check-in counter, and it travels in the bottom of the plane, in the cargo hold. You do not carry it with you onto the plane. I only had one checked bag and one carry-on bag. A carry-on is the small bag you keep with you and put in the overhead bin above your seat on the plane. I walked to the check-in area and found the counter for my airline. There was a queue, a line of people waiting. I joined the back of the line and waited about 10 minutes. Then it was my turn, and I walked up to the check-in desk.
Good morning. Welcome to Sky Air. Can I see your passport and booking reference, please?
Good morning. Yes, of course. Here's my passport. And here is my booking confirmation on my phone.
Perfect. Thank you. And are you checking any bags today?
Yes, just this one large suitcase, please.
Great. Could you place it on the scale for me?
Sure. Oh, is it okay? I always worry about the weight limit.
You are just fine. It is 22 kilos. The limit is 23. Very close. Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?
A window seat, please. I love looking at the clouds.
Of course. I have you in seat 18A, a window seat. Your flight departs at 11:45 from gate B12. Boarding begins at 11:15. Here is your boarding pass.
Thank you so much. Do I need to do anything else here?
No, you are all set. Have a wonderful flight.
Thank you. You too. I mean, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Enjoy Chicago.
I always say you too in the wrong situation and then feel embarrassed for the rest of the day. It is fine. It happens to everyone. With my checked bag gone and my boarding pass in my hand, I felt a wave of relief. The next step was security. Security is the checkpoint where you and your carry-on bags are scanned and checked before you are allowed into the gate area. In the USA, the security process is managed by the TSA, the Transportation Security Administration. It is serious. There are rules you must follow. I joined the security line. It was moving at a good pace, not too slow, not too fast. While I waited, I started getting ready because the security process requires preparation. I took my laptop out of my carry-on bag. You have to put laptops in a separate bin by themselves. I took off my belt and put it in my bag. I took off my shoes. Yes, you have to take your shoes off at American airport security. And I made sure my small bag of liquids was easy to reach. In American airport security, and in most airports around the world, you are only allowed to bring liquids in containers of 100 milliliters or less, and they must all fit inside one small, clear plastic bag. This is called the liquid rule, or sometimes the 3-1-1 rule. 3-1-1 means containers must be 3 ounces or less, all in one clear quart-sized bag and one bag per person. I have traveled enough times that I know this rule well, but I always double-check because I once forgot a full bottle of shampoo in my bag and had to throw it away. Very sad. I put my carry-on bag and the separate bin with my laptop on the conveyor belt, the moving surface that carries your things through the scanning machine. Then I walked through the body scanner, a large upright frame that scans your body for anything metal or suspicious. Everything went smoothly, no alarms. The security officer on the other side waved me through, and I collected my things, put my shoes and belt back on, and repacked my bag.
Good morning. Please remove your shoes, belt, and laptop and place them in separate bins.
Of course, I have my laptop here already, and my shoes are coming off now.
Do you have any liquids in your carry-on bag?
Yes, I have a small clear bag with my toiletries. It is right here on top.
Perfect. Please place it in a bin by itself. And any metal items, coins, keys, watch?
Oh, my watch. I almost forgot. Here you go.
Thank you. Please walk through the scanner when you are ready.
Great.
You are clear. Have a safe flight.
Thank you so much. Have a great morning. I always feel a tiny bit nervous at security, even when I know I have done absolutely nothing wrong. It is just the atmosphere, the serious faces, the uniforms, the loud beeping machines. I breathe a little easier once I am through. I think most people feel the same way. Now I was in the gate area, the part of the airport you can only reach after security. This is where the shops, restaurants, and departure gates are. I had about 1 hour and 20 minutes before boarding, so I had some time. I found a cafe, ordered a latte and a blueberry muffin, and sat near the window looking out at the runway. Runways are the long, flat strips of road where planes take off and land. From the window, I could see several planes, some parked at their gates, some taxiing slowly across the ground, one lifting off into the pale blue sky. I sat there with my coffee and my muffin, watching planes, and I felt that particular kind of happiness that airports give me. The sense of possibility, the feeling that you are between two places, between one version of your life and another. I love it. At 11:15, I heard the announcement over the loudspeaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning boarding for Sky Air Flight 204 to Chicago O'Hare. We will begin with business class passengers and passengers who need extra assistance, followed by Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. I checked my boarding pass. I was in Group 2. I gathered my things, put on my backpack, and walked toward the gate. There was already a small queue forming. I stood in the Group 2 line and waited. When it was my turn, I handed my boarding pass to the gate agent, the airline employee at the gate, and she scanned it with a handheld device. It made a small beep sound, the screen showed green, and she smiled and said, "Welcome aboard." I walked down the jet bridge, the long enclosed tunnel that connects the airport gate to the door of the plane, and stepped onto the aircraft. I found my seat, 18A, window seat. I put my carry-on bag in the overhead bin above my seat. I sat down, buckled my seatbelt, and looked out the window. I could see the ground crew working outside, loading bags into the cargo hold, directing the plane, checking things. I always feel a quiet gratitude for all the people who work to make a flight possible. There are so many of them, doing so much that we never really see.
Hi there. Is this seat 18B? I think I am next to you.
Yes, that is 18B right there. Welcome.
Oh, great. Thank you. First time flying?
No, I travel a few times a year, but I still get a little excited every time. You?
I fly for work every week. Chicago is my home base. Are you visiting?
Yes, going to see my sister. My niece just turned 5.
That's a great reason to fly. How long is the flight?
About 4 hours. Not too long. I brought a book and snacks, so I should be fine.
Good strategy. I always bring snacks too. The in-flight snacks are never enough.
Exactly. Oh, they are closing the overhead bins. I think we are almost ready to go.
Looks like it. Enjoy your flight.
You too, and thank you for the nice conversation. As the plane taxied away from the gate and toward the runway, the flight attendant began the safety demonstration, showing everyone how to use the seatbelt, where the emergency exits were, what to do in case of an emergency. I always watch. Some people ignore the safety demonstration because they have heard it many times, but I always watch. I think it is respectful to the flight attendants, and also it is important information. and then the plane reached the end of the runway, paused for just a moment, and the engines roared to life. We accelerated, moved faster and faster, and then, with a beautiful, smooth lift, we were in the air. I pressed my face close to the window and watched Los Angeles getting smaller and smaller below us. The grid of streets and highways and houses and buildings slowly becoming a map, and then a blur, and then just the California coastline and the Pacific Ocean and the bright blue sky. I exhaled slowly. I was on my way to Chicago. I was going to see my sister. I was going to hug my niece on her 5th birthday. I felt completely and entirely happy. How was it? I really hope this video helped you learn useful airport English, words and conversations you can use the very next time you travel. You did a wonderful job today. You listened to the full story, you heard 3 real conversations, you learned new vocabulary, and you practiced speaking out loud. That is real progress. Now, let me ask today's question one more time. Which city was Anna flying to, and why? Did you find the answer? Write it in the comments below. Even one sentence is perfect. I read every comment and I truly love hearing from you. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend who is learning English or planning to travel soon. I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep going. You are doing so much better than you think. Bye, everyone.